Hey, what is going on, guys? I am Jake from today'siphone.com. We got a lot of cool stuff going on this week, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing on the list is a TIP giveaway. We haven't done a giveaway in a while, so we figured we would give away 5 promo codes for the game Spy Mouse. Now, this is basically a cool puzzle game. You play as a mouse and you try to get all the cheese on a certain level without getting caught by the cats. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, it's really easy to enter. All you have to do is follow Cam on Twitter at CamButton and send him an @reply with the hashtag SpyMouseComp and a link to the post on today's iPhone with the giveaway details. Now, unfortunately, the promo codes that we have are only for the US iTunes App Store, so if you don't have a US account, you're not going to be able to enter. But other than that, everything's pretty standard. Keep in mind that you can only enter once, so if you send in 100 different tweets, only one's going to be counted. And the competition ends at 11:59 tomorrow, September 12th. So if I were you, I would enter sooner rather than later. There's going to be a total of 5 winners picked at random from random.org, and the winners will get a direct message from Cam on Twitter, so keep your eyes out for that. And moving right along, we have another round of iPhone 5 leaked cases this week. This time the batch is coming out of Apple Insider, and they look basically the same as the rest of the iPhone 5 cases we've seen, where a thinner device, it almost looks like it's like tapered, sort of like a MacBook Air down to the bottom, with the bottom being slightly thinner than the top. The device is a little shorter, a little wider. All in all, it basically looks like they took the design of the iPad 2 and just shrunk it down and made it skinnier for the iPhone 5. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a happy medium between the curved back of the iPhone 3G and 3GS and the flat back of the iPhone 4. So we'll see how true to the iPhone 5 these leaked cases actually are, hopefully pretty soon. But until that time, this is basically the best information we have to go on. So I just want to know how you guys feel about this. If the iPhone 5 does turn out to fit these cases, do you like the thin, flat back with the tapered edges, or would you rather see something else? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, next on the list is a picture of sushi. Now, this image has been making waves on the web because this week an Apple engineer posted the picture online saying it was taken with an iPhone 4, but some digging was done into the data within the picture, I guess, and it turns out that the resolution that the picture was taken at is much higher than what the iPhone 4 is capable of. In fact, it's much closer to an 8 megapixel camera than a 5 megapixel camera, which has, of course, led the world to believe that this picture of sushi was actually taken with an iPhone 5. Now, whether this information is correct or not, there's really no way of knowing. I think that at this point it's basically confirmed that the iPhone 5 will have an 8 megapixel camera, and it's pretty obvious that an iPhone 5 does exist somewhere out there because one's going to come out in a couple months. So the fact that a picture was taken on an iPhone 5 is not the biggest revelation in the world. I mean, it's not like we see any pictures of the device, we just see a picture of sushi that may or may not have been taken with the device. However, if there's one good thing to come out of this picture of sushi, it's that it shows that the iPhone 5 is up and running and taking pictures and uploading them to the internet. So these are all signs that are pointing to a release of the iPhone 5 sometime pretty soon, which is of course a good thing. Also, now I'm hungry. Okay, I could go on with the iPhone 5 rumors for another half an hour, but instead I'm going to move on to something else. So if you haven't gotten your weekly fill of iPhone 5 news, Jason did an awesome roundup of some of the biggest iPhone 5 rumors out there right now. The link is in the description, so definitely go check that out. Leave a comment letting us know what your favorite iPhone 5 rumor is and what you'd most like to see on the device. But that's it. Now we're going on to something else. And the something else is the Apple lawsuits. Now, as you probably know, Apple has been suing basically everybody for a couple months now. We've sort of kind of died down on telling you guys about it just because it's getting kind of monotonous and boring. Yes, Apple, people copied you, you copied everybody else, just get over it. But this week there was a major development in the Apple legal battle news, and that is the fact that the Samsung Galaxy Tab is officially banned in Germany for good. This means that it is impossible to buy the tablet in Germany. Now, technically it's still possible for customers in Germany to buy it online from somewhere else and have it shipped to their home, but this is definitely going to put a huge dent in the sales of this tablet. Now, the judge in Germany said that the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 copies a lot of the minimalistic design elements that appear in Apple's iDevices, and there are other ways to make a tablet other than Apple's way, so they are infringing upon that. Now, I don't really know how much I agree with that. A lot of the tablets and phones out there are minimalist designs, especially with the large touchscreen. As Cam said, there's no need to throw on a ton of buttons if you have a touchscreen. So Samsung has said that they will appeal the ruling, and I kind of hope that they win, because competition is always good, and we want some competition, otherwise there will be no innovation, and not everybody wants an iPad. There have to be other options out there. So let me know your opinion on this. Do you think the judge was right in ruling that the tab copied too much from the iPad and that it should have been banned? Or do you feel that this is kind of crazy? Bring on the Android fanboy comments. Alright, well that's all the big news for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and keep in mind that the links to all of these toys I talked about are in the description down below, so definitely go give those a look if you feel you want to investigate them any further. And if you want to talk to me about anything, stuff I talked about in this video, or just random sushi, you can follow me on Twitter at TIPJake. I try to answer everybody that tweets me, so if you have something to say, the best place to do it is there. And as always, don't forget to head over to today'siphone.com for much more on the iPhone 5, iOS 5, Apple lawsuits, pictures of sushi, or anything else. Okay, see you next week.